Hey, how's it going? Mr. Deadman of the Dead Man's Tone podcast. I'll do one more video on this quartering thing. I really don't like covering one particular person over and over again. I really don't. I know sometimes I might have 2 or 3 videos where I do that. 3 is where I stop it, man. Unless something major happens, you got to move on. You can't obsess over someone. That's kind of maggoteers. I mean, they did pretty much your whole content's dedicated to that person. Okay. Anyway, so you watch the prior videos to kind of understand what this is. Let me just summarize what some people might think. Oh, you're being too nice to Jeremy. You're being too nice to the quartering. Look, I made fun of him. Yeah, I think he's a bumbling idiot. I think he's very slow. I think he intentionally buries the lead in all his videos. Maybe he drinks a lot too. I hear he hits the bottle quite hard. Maybe he takes some downers. I don't know. Maybe some Xanax. I don't know. It's like he talks so freaking slow. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's like he's trying to really drag out videos, cover a topic that could be told in 3 minutes, 3 fucking minutes, but you got to drag it out to 15 minutes. I get it. YouTube wants him to do that for the algorithm and for the ads, I guess. He's a businessman. He's all about the ads. Of course he is. You see that in every fucking video. A sponsor. Who watches that? Skip right through. Skip right past. No one cares. But yeah, so I think he's slow. I think he's an idiot at times. I think I don't know if he's really trustworthy. I don't know him personally. See, I don't know. If you do, that's fine. Is it weird that he asked for money to do certain projects and they seem to fail? Is that incompetence or is that swindling? What is that? I mean, you can make an argument for both, I suppose. Now, I will say this. Maybe I am being too nice. Because clearly, Jeremy leaving Twitter like he did is a sign that something's wrong, that he's running away from something. He's running away from something that's related to exclusively games. He claims he paid everybody. And instead of doubling down like Jeremy normally does, instead of standing his ground like he normally does, like we've seen that before, he's like just avoiding it, like running away. What happened? But the reason why part of me is willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, I know some people say he scammed for exclusively games and he ran with the money. I don't know, man. I don't know 100%. I think what happened was he spent a lot of the money he raised into exclusively games. Maybe he ran out of money. And the project was a total failure and he was embarrassed. The reason why I have this on the screen, this reminds me of someone else. I do publishing stuff. I publish books with short stories, horror-themed short stories. And the world of publishing horror, it's not very lucrative. There's not a lot of money to be made. So it's small dollars. We're talking about small dollars here. But this reminds me of a very promising horror magazine back in the day called Deadlights. This magazine was very promising, and it had a great looking cover. He paid David Wilson, the guy behind it, paid good money for that cover. He was offering $50 for your short story, which that might not sound like a whole lot, but for the horror scene, it's pretty good, especially for a brand new magazine with no prior experience. It's just brand new, infantile, I think they did a GoFundMe to raise some money to help it out, but when you're spending, I think like $100, maybe $200 on a cover, and then you're doing $50 for each story, and you get like, let's say 10 stories. I mean, you're talking, that's pretty good money as far as the horror writing scene, horror publishing scene. Small dollars, like I said. This isn't some Jeremy the Quartering Hamburger money. This isn't like $200,000 stuff. No. But what happened with Deadlights was that it had a backing in support and money, and that of a GoFundMe campaign or one of those related things, like the Kickstarter, but raised money to fund it. But what happened to it? After one issue, it was gone. There was supposed to be a second issue, but it didn't go anywhere. I don't think it was ever released. And the person behind it, David Wilson, and I don't mean this, I'm not speaking bad about him, but I'm just, what it is when Deadlights went down, David Wilson went bye-bye. He just ran away. He cut down everything. He shut down the site, and he was gone. I looked at this, I was like, what happened? What happened there? Why did he just run like that? Like, what happened? Was there some sort of mental breakdown? Did he run out of funds and couldn't pay everyone? Is it that sort of stress? Like maybe the feeling of failure? The feeling of failure? Was it that? I honestly couldn't tell you. I couldn't. So maybe it's all in my head. Maybe I'm combining the two failures. I'm just seeing it like another Deadlights in my little world. But I see exclusively games as something that failed. A lot of money was put into it. And maybe there are people out there that feel like they have not been paid. Maybe there are people that are out there that can prove that they have not been paid. If they could show that, feel free to. From what I understand, we're talking about small dollars too. We're talking about $5. Jeremy was offering $5 for articles. So if you don't get paid $5 for the article, are you going to chase Jeremy down for the $5, or are you just going to let it be? Right? What's going to happen? But like I said, I don't have any hard proof of that, and that's not really around there, at least not at this time. But I want to put this out there, kind of explain why my sort of position is the way it is when it comes to Jeremy and the quartering, especially in this situation. I still clown on him. I plan on doing it even more so. You know what? I might even do it more now. I might do a whole series. I'm not sure what to call it though, where I'll pretty much cover everything the quartering does, but faster. No, I can't. See, I don't want to do that because some of the stuff he talks about doesn't even interest me. Oh God. But it's funny just to clown on him. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all take it easy. Have a good one.